Once upon a time. For time is all we have, and how we choose to use it is our own business. But remember, time is precious. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. And once you've lost it, you can never, ever get it back. But what if you were given a second chance to live your life again? What choices would you make? This is the story of a gentleman who is given that chance. A chance to change what went before. A chance to make amends. A chance to turn back the clock. Once upon a time. Once upon a time, of all the good days in the year. Once upon a time, of all the good days of the year, on Christmas Eve, when the bleak alleyways of London were bedecked with holly sprigs and berries which crackled in the lamp heat of the shops and stalls.
Mommy is talking, Mommy is slow. We're monkeys, if truth be told. Mommy is barking, Mommy is slow. We're like us monkeys, if truth be told.
Merry Christmas, boy.
God bless you, Governor. May you be blessed. You're holding up like all the rest.
The gruff old bell in the ancient church struck the hours and the quarters in the clouds as if its teeth were chattering in its frozen head. And although the weather was cold and bleak and biting, and the people were wheezing up and down, beating their hands upon their breast and stamping their feet on the pavement to warm them, their hearts were full of Christmas cheer.
Pardon me, sir. I couldn't help but notice you've been calling 5 for quite some time now. Surely it must be later.
That's right, sir, but I only get paid by the hour. 5 o'clock and all's well.
Every single man with joy in his heart, a spring in his step, and above all, a desire to spread goodwill, for one day at least, in the whole 365 days of the year.
Merry Christmas!
Come see our rosary crop to show our festive Christmas crop.
I tried to speak including once and now I'm in the club.
Your final chance to make this Christmas what it ought to be.
Filled with peace and goodwill and harmony. Peace and goodwill, filled with hope and peace and generosity.
A stately nuisance for a king, we always sell the best.
Just take a look, it's just the thing.
And bamboo bread. It's your final chance to make this Christmas what it ought to be. Filled with peace and goodwill and harmony. Peace and goodwill, filled with hope and peace and generosity.
5 o'clock and all's well.
Bob Cratchit. Surprised the organizer let him out this time of day.
It's Christmas Eve.
You think old Scrooge cares what day it is? You don't know, mate, well, do you?
Oh, Mr. Billiken, is this Scrooge give you time off for Christmas shopping? You've been at the stock exchange all day. I'm to get back quick shop and make sure the books are balanced before I go home tonight.
But it's Christmas Eve.
Nevertheless, Mr. Scrooge likes everything in its place.
It's 5 o'clock.
All the more reason to get it done and get it done quickly. So good day to you both and a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to
Merry
you,
Christmas to you
Mr.
too, Bob.
Dad,
You can say that again.
I think I'll be getting home. Nobody takes me down like Christmas Eve.
We'll have snow before the day's out. You mark my words. think this day could get much colder. And all I have to show for it is I'm a little older. Though the winter chills me to the bone, and ice is turning water now to snow, I have the very thing to warm my heart, for Christmas time is now about to start. So tell people think about the weather, come sing, the time is near, come sing a little song together, fill the air with Christmas cheer. Take out the mistletoe, this is your time for a kiss. Who can get a better Christmas season than this? Sing a Yuletide greeting, just one day each year. Though it may be fleeting, make the time for Christmas cheer. Goose with tons of trimming, port wine, brandy, beer. Oh, my head is swimming. That's the spirit, Christmas cheer.
Something I can get for you, sir?
Oh, something I see, and full of gin.
Doris, someone looking for you, huh?
Ring out the bells of the laughter, joy has the wing for here. Time out and laughter, singing for the Christmas cheer. There at the hall, don't try to intervene and jest. Everyone is lucky with the shocking love above and the rest. Let us be cheery, instead of blue, instead of gloomy and glum. Moments last, things yet to come. Goodwill, peace on you to all those far and near. All this I would wish you not to live this Christmas cheer.
Out! Out of my way! Haven't you people got better things to do?
It's Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Bah! Humbug! Take yourselves from my doorstep, or I shall have you all forcibly removed.
Twisted old miser, Scrooge, a squeezing, wrenching, grasping, scraping, clutching, covetous old sinner.
Have you quite finished? I'm not deaf, you know.
Honey, he can hear us.
Frosty so-and-so.
Yes, when Scrooge is near us, it's like 8 degrees below.
This entire hopeless world is suffering from an appalling case of optimism. But I have the cure. Shall I tell you something wonderful and new? All about this precious time which causes much ado. Scribbling for those pennies, spending come Monday, and growing poor every Boxing Day. Gluttonous and heaving, smacking at your lips, adding extra inches to those ever-growing hips. Creaking tables full of pork, putting peaches bones. And I've not been known. Who's the man to save you when the pay are huge? Benevolent, as always, Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Excuse me, Mr. Scrooge. May I have a moment of your time?
Time is money, sir, and you've already cost me a bargain. Out of my way. Wait! You owe me 20 pounds.
Yes, sir, it was about that, sir.
I want no sob story, man. The balance is due.
You see, sir, my wife is ill, sir, and...
Your wife's ill health is not my concern. My concern is what will become of my 20 pounds, sir.
I don't know, sir. Really, I don't know.
Debts are to be paid on time. Read the small print.
Please, if you could just give me some more time, sir.
Time is something neither of us have. I run a business, sir, and it is not my business to let people like you lease me out of all that I own. Pay your debt in full, or find yourself celebrating Christmas in prison, sir. Business is my business. Man is not for me. Let others smile and doff their cap and talk of charity. Try to pick my pocket when the rent is due, but miserable leaders when I quit to do. What's a man to try? How's a man to try? When they're grasping for my pennies, should I help the dogs survive? Spending all their earnings, wasting it away. Have they any put aside to pray that
the appetizers spoil all that you hold dear. Block out the melancholy miser, banish him with Christmas cheer. Pray for the holy and his daughter is the last name of the toast. Stop up the fire in his eyes and the praise still Lord knows. Not devastating as wait for the festivities. But the vessel let us turn up the trees. Here's a Christmas wish to all those you hold dear. Make this time delicious, lay down with Christmas cheer. One last time let's shout, sing out, let us hear. We won't go without you. Very Merry Christmas cheer. Very Merry Christmas cheer. Very Merry Christmas. Very Merry Christmas. Very Merry, 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 Merry Christmas cheer. Very Merry Christmas cheer.
And although the merrymakers went about the frosty evening with enough warmth in their hearts to heat the Houses of Parliament, it had no influence on Scrooge. No warmth could warm him, nor wintry weather chill him. No wind that blew was bitterer than he.
Keep sneezing like that and I shall dock your pay. I do not pay you to sneeze. Sneeze all you like in your own time. This is my time and I will not have sneezing.
Of course, Mr. Scrooge, I'm sorry. It's just that my little fire seems to have gone out. I wonder if I could...
Want. What is it about this time of year? Everyone wants something for nothing. Hold out your hand. And don't burn it too quickly. I'm not made of money. On second thought, use a candle.
Oh, hi ho, still at work, Bob. What's to become of the little Cratchit's Christmas postponed?
I should hope not, sir.
Scribbling when you should be merrymaking. Where is that old uncle of mine? I'll tell him a thing or two. A Merry Christmas, Uncle! God save you!
Bah, humbug!
Oh, Christmas, a humbug, Uncle. Come, you don't mean that, I'm sure.
I'm sure I do. Merry Christmas. What reason do you have to be merry? You're poor enough.
Oh, come then. What right have you to be dismal? You're rich enough.
Bah!
Oh, don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be in a world of fools such as this? Merry Christmas. What is Christmas time to you but a time for paying bills with no money? A time for finding yourself a year older but not 1 hour richer. If there's one thing that makes me lose my usual good-natured humor, it's a man with a ruddy complexion spouting seasonal claptrap. I'm a gentleman as gentle as a gentleman can be, the epitome of what you call respectability. I'm a man who's fairly frugal and who's careful to a fault, and I think that I would pass me as a man who's worth his salt. But there's one thing that will put my humor into an eclipse. It's those lunatics who go about with Christmas on your lips. So take your season's greetings and the joy that you dispense. And if you fit figures of me shillings, pounds, and pence, the only thing makes sense is shillings, pounds, and pence. Take your stockings and go hang them. Hang those garlands on your fence, and go hang yourself and leave me to my shillings, pounds, and pence. If I could work my will, every idiot that goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and burned with a stake of holly to his heart.
Uncle, you are missing one of the most wonderful times of the year. Come, spend it with me and my family.
Family, one of the reasons I live alone. Why must I be bothered by an endless family filled with ripening rotten apples falling from the family tree? They will tap you for a only thing makes sense is shillings, pounds, and pence. Relatively speaking, relations make me tense, so I'd rather spend a leave with my shillings, pounds, and pence.
I asked nothing of you. Why cannot we be friends? Come, dine with my wife and me tomorrow.
What? Whatever possessed you to take a wife?
I fell in love.
You fell in love, fool! Saddled with another drain on your resources.
I love her.
Women, never a moment's peace. There is a reason why English is called the mother tongue, sir. Baba never gets a chance to use it. A wife is like a millstone that is hung about our neck, and her endless jibber-jabber turns us into nervous wrecks. She will want a brand new parlor, and all that it entails, with all the gaudy splendor, every shade of Prince of Wales. And when she's been a fortune, she will drive a man insane, for she'll just decide to step back and do it all again. Pack her bags and hat and dresses. Tell the woman you get the hits, and leave your favorite thing and the pen. The only thing that sense is really how to rent. You'll find she's getting bigger with a finger that's a gun, and the only thing is that I can say how it rents. So take your Merry Christmas and hang it where you will. Confounded love unbounded is a splendid deal. You may do what you like, you may laugh at my expense. I'm the one who's sitting pretty with my crown of guineas, notes and pennies, hearts of and silver, sixpence shillings, pounds and pence. So let me.
Well, whatever you say, I am determined to bring you the joy of the season.
Much good it has done you.
Well, there are many things from which I might have derived good, by which I have profited, I dare say. Christmas among them. But I have always thought of Christmas time as a good time. A kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time. And therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold into my pocket, I believe it has done me good, and will do me good. And I say, God bless it!
Another sound out of you, and you'll celebrate Christmas by losing your job. And you, sir, you're quite a powerful speaker. I wonder you don't go into Parliament.
Uncle, will you come dine with me tomorrow or no?
I'd sooner find myself stoking the very fires of hell.
Well, I shall take that as a no then. Well, I am sorry to find you so resolute, but I shall keep my Christmas humor to the last. And so, a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good day.
And a Happy New Year.
Out! Get out!
Merry Christmas, Paul!
Merry Christmas to you, sir.
That clock is fast. I suppose you'll be wanting all day tomorrow?
If it is quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient and it's not fair. If I was to dock you half a crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used, I'll be bound. And yet, you don't think me ill-used when I pay you a full day's wages for no work.
It is only one day a year, sir.
Poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. Be here all the earlier the following morning.
Of course, sir. Thank you, Mr. Scrooge, sir. And Merry Christmas.
There's another fellow, my clerk. 15 shillings a week, a wife, and a clan of squealing brats, and still he speaks of a Merry Christmas. I'll retire to Bedlam, so I will. I'll find more sense.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Green man.
Get out of here with that confounded caterwauling.
Where's your blooming Christmas spirit?
Here it is. Take care you don't find it on your backside, scoundrel.
Miserable goat.
Samuel Billiken. How fortuitous.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge.
Your debt is due, 5 shillings.
It's been a bad week, sir.
A bad week? Since when does a chestnut seller have a bad week at Christmas?
Well, I've been giving more credit than usual, sir. Some people can't afford.
I do not lend money so that others may seem more charitable.
Couldn't you extend a little kindness, sir?
It will cost you 2 more shillings for the trouble.
But Mr. Scrooge!
I could take your stall.
2 shillings it is then.
Very astute businessman.
Thank you, Mr. Scrooge.
Well, Tim, what is it to be? Where shall we start?
Christmas isn't Christmas without a pudding, Pa.
You're right, my boy. But wait, what about the goose?
We need that as well.
Goose and the pudding. Well, looks like we're going to have to toss a coin. Heads the goose, tails the pudding.
Don't lose it, Pa, or we'll have none at all.
Ah, clever lad. What would your mother say if you came home empty-handed? Goose it is, then. Goose first, pudding after.
Mr. Cratchit and Master Cratchit.
Ah, your finest goose, Mr. Perry.
Oh, I've got birds that would make Her Majesty's table look bare.
I'm sure you do, Mr. Perry. But consider the size of our table. And what have you got for a shilling?
We will have a Merry Christmas, won't we, Pa?
Good things come to those who wait, no matter who from me and you two heads will stay. But all I know, this much is true, that all the good things now are bundled up in you. When you are near, my world's complete, and every minute with you in it is a treat. These moments come, and all too few. But there is nothing you have me and I have you. Now, like an feather, we're a happy band of laughing caroling. When we're all together, we have loved to light us all throughout the years. Now then, Tim, what else do we need?
The pudding, Pa, the pudding.
Can you imagine that? A pudding on Christmas Day?
There has to be a pudding, Pa. You said so yourself.
And how very bright you are. What is Christmas without? And we shall have the very best. Best a penny can buy.
Merry Christmas.
Good things come to those who wait.
The grandest Christmas pudding ever on your face.
As sweet as you,
And big too.
and we'll be dining at the Maharaja's noon. We've got the goose, we'll feast like lords. world enough when you have me, and I have you.
Mr. Scrooge, I believe. You may believe what you wish to believe. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge? Pleasure? I assure you, sir, it is not my pleasure, and I'm sure it will not be yours.
Oh, nonsense, Mr. Scrooge. We always gain pleasure by the generosity of our friends.
Generosity? What is this?
We represent the Benevolent Society for the Prevention of Poverty, sir.
Bah! At this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is usually more than desirable to assist the poor and destitute that suffer greatly at the present time.
There are hundreds who are in need of common necessities, sir, and hundreds of thousands who are in need of common comfort.
Are there no prisons?
Prisons? Yes, sir, there are plenty of prisons.
And the union workhouses, are they still in operation?
Yes, sir, even though I'd like to say they are not.
Oh, I was concerned from what you said at first that maybe something had occurred to stop them in their useful course.
Excuse me, sir?
You're excused.
A few of us are endeavoring to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat and drink and some means of warmth. We choose at this time above all else because it is a time when want is keenly felt and abundance rejoices.
And we were hoping so that you might give something for your fellow man.
Nothing.
Oh, you'd like to remain anonymous.
I wish to remain alone.
Mr. Scrooge, are you sure you won't reconsider?
I know my mind, gentlemen, and I know my business. So let me go about mine, and I'll leave you to yours.
Please, sir, we are here upon this earth to do good for others.
And what are the others here for? Not a penny.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, please reconsider.
I've made up my mind, gentlemen. Good day.
Good day, Mr. Scrooge.
Parasites and leeches. What is it about this time of year? It brings them oozing out of every nook and cranny. The streets are infested with them. Makes my skin crawl. What's that? Marley? Jacob Marley?
Laundry day, Mrs. Scrooge. Hey, you look as if you've seen a ghost.
Marley.
Mr. Marley? Well, he's been dead these past 7 Christmases, Mr. Scrooge. Bless me. Whoever brought that into your head?
I thought I saw it. I mean to say, never mind.
Did 7 years this very night. Terrible it was. Dead as a doornail. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Nightmarish, sitting in his chair, his face wrecked with hideous pain and horrifying anguish. I hope he died peacefully. Are you all right, Mr. Scrooge?
The wind, nothing more.
Oh, I get that something chronic.
Is there a reason why you're hanging around my door?
It's tradition of the ticket charm at Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
I have a tip for you. Use less starch.
Well, thank you for nothing, sir. Well, we'll be back with clean sheets in the morning, Mr. Scrooge. Maybe I'll plate you up a little something for Christmas.
I don't need your charity.
Right you are, please yourself. I dare say you'll be eating whatever comes about.
Just see you get those sheets back first thing in the morning.
Did you see the miserable old penny pincher? Ice like dinner plates. If you ask me, he's going the same way old Molly did. White as a sheet he was. Yeah, whiter than any sheet I've ever washed. That's not difficult. You're frugal with the soap at the best of times. Hey, you dare say that to my face? I said, you're frugal with the soap. What?
or I'll be on my ear.
Lightheadedness, that's all. All this poppycock about Christmas always gives me distemper. Phantoms on door knockers. Bah, fantasies of the mind. Absolute balderdash. Must be a head cold, that's all. A little unsettled, and I'm persecuted by goblins of my own making. A little something to line the stomach will keep these foolish ideas at bay.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Humbug! Utter nonsense!
Ebenezer.
It's humbug still. I won't believe it.
Ebenezer.
How now? What do you want with me?
Much.
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
A very particular ghost. Who were you then?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Marley?
You don't believe me?
I don't.
You doubt your senses?
Never.
Then why doubt them now?
You're indigestion, that's what you are. Probably a bit of undigested beef. There's more of gravy than a grave about you.
Whoa!
Mercy! Dreadful apparition! Why do you trouble me so?
Man of a whirling mind, do you believe in me or not?
I do. I must. But why do spirits walk the earth and why do they come to me?
Whoa! Sorrow, bitter sorrow for tomorrow, and tomorrow I am doomed to walk among with humankind. Witness what I cannot share throughout my life I did him, and now it's sort of on my tortured mind. What I never ever knew before was how I could reach out to help the needy and the poor. All that should be right me, happiness denied me, pity will betide me. It's time to settle up this dreadful score.
You are bound, Jacob. Tell me why.
I wear the chains I forged in life. Each and every link upon this eternal chain I've made of my own free will. If I could break every link, I would. But I can't. They are my penance, my burden. Every time I turn my back on those who needed my help, I made another link. Feed me, Scrooge! Truth is better, so I'm falling down. Listen to me, silent spell, unless you carry on the hell. Death this chain goes on and on.
ladder, can't you see that it's apparent that this chamber's all alone adorned? All on ladies, all the way. It's time to change your ways or this will be your fate. I think you forget, yawn by yawn is true. Misery regorge it, this bitter pill will soon be yours to chew. I think you're stronger, yawn by yawn and grow. Yours is getting longer, as long as this some 7 years ago. All on that was funny, you think he would know. All that he was learning was a Christmas ticket to the world below.
I used to be filthy, stinking rich, and now look at me.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Not a soul among us saw the suffering around us. Blind we were to the needs of others. Blind. Now we are doomed to walk along the face of the earth and witness what we cannot change, ever how hard we try. Not 1 ounce of pity had I in my heart.
Pity.
Oh, such a man was I, Ebenezer. Such was I.
But you were always a good man of business, Jacob.
Business. Mankind was my business. The welfare of all was my business. Charity, mercy, care, they were all my business. Heed me, Scrooge.
I have little choice.
I'm here this night to warn you. You have a chance to escape my fate.
You were always a good friend.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits this night.
And that is good, is it?
Expect the first when the clock strikes 1. The second when the clock strikes 2. And the third at 3. The spirit here now. Just as once you got a second chance.
Link by link with pain, yawn by yawn is through. Companies betray, don't let the same thing happen now to you.
Link by 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 link. He does miracles never leave us. He does miracles never leave. Don't let the chain of medicine drag you straight to hell. Link by link by link by link by link by link by link. I think.
What a past. Half past. A quarter to it. There. The hour itself and nothing else. Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No. Your path.
If I could be so bold, would you tell me what business brings you here?
Your welfare.
A night of unbroken sleep might have been more conducive to that end.
Your reclamation, then.
Will you be staying long? You see, it's just that I have a very busy day tomorrow and...
Take heed. Come. See to the things that are in the dark corners of your mind.
Good heavens! I know this place. There's Edward and little Tom. Edward, Tom!
These are but shadows of things that have been, Ebenezer. They have no consciousness of us.
This is my youth, Spirit.
1,000 thoughts, 1,000 hopes, cares, dreams, long forgotten.
Gentlemen,
What?
the coaches are here. Homeward bound, boys. The Christmas bell has rung.
There's old Willow, dear old Willow.
The schoolhouse is not quite empty. One solitary child remains, neglected by his friends. Your lip is trembling. What is that upon your cheek?
Nothing. Cold air, that's all.
Come, Ebenezer. There is warmth in the schoolroom.
One solitary child.
I had my book, Spirit. Pages filled with wonder. Ali Baba, poor as a church mouse. Sultans and princesses. Wicked genies. Parrots of green and gold. Sword fights and peacocks. All in the pages of my book. These were company enough for me.
What of family?
Family.
It is a time of love, Ebenezer. A time to be in the bosom of those who love. Those who wait upon your return with tears in their eyes. Those who make you feel that you belong.
Belong? When did I ever belong?
There was one who you loved, Ebenezer. Does your heart grow so cold that your memory fades so fast? Does the child stand so truly alone?
The poor boy. But it's too late now.
What is the matter?
Nothing, nothing. There was a boy at my door last night singing Christmas carols. I should wish to have given him something, that's all.
Come, the years fly on the wind.
Ebenezer! Dear brother, I have come to bring you home, dear brother. To bring you home. Home.
Home, dear Fan.
Yes, home for good and all. Home forever and ever. Father is so much kinder than he used to be, and now home's like heaven.
For you, Fan, but not for me. He does not know I, nor I him.
I asked if you might come home, and he said yes, Ebenezer, yes. And he sent me in a coach to fetch you, and you're to be a man.
And you are quite the little woman, Fan.
You are never to come back here. But first, we're to be together all the Christmas while we have the merriest time in the world.
Oh, dear, dear Fan.
A delicate creature, whom a breath might have withered, but she had a large heart.
She had, Spirit, that she had.
She died a woman and had, I think,
One
children.
child. One child.
True, your nephew.
Fred, yes.
Come, the years flow swiftly onward. One moment and we are older. You know this place.
Know it? I was only just here. And there's old Fezziwig. Bless my heart, dear old Fezziwig.
Yo-ho, Jacob, Ebenezer. It's Christmas Eve, Jacob. It's Christmas, Ebenezer. There's no more work tonight. It's Christmas. Let's move everything away and make room for the party. Yes, let's spruce up this old place. Up with the garland and down with the work. Here we come. Take you, Jacob. The punch bowl. The glasses.
A small matter to make these folks so full of gratitude.
Small.
He spends but a few pounds of your mortal money, 3 or 4 perhaps. Is it so much that he deserves this praise?
It wasn't the money.
Not the money.
He had the power to make us happy or unhappy. Our service, light or burdensome. A pleasure or a toil. The happiness he gave us was ever so great as to have cost a fortune.
What troubles you?
No.
Something I think.
No, it's just that I would like to have a word or two with Bob Cratchit just now, that's all.
My love, you've made us proud once again. Look at this feast, such fancies. You are determined to feed me up.
Of course, my dear, there'll be much more of you to love.
Yes, my dear, the kiss.
Music, my dear, music. And let's make way for the dance floor. I'll give a penny for every boy and girl who steps foot up on this floor and join our merry band. And my dear Mrs. Fezziwig, will you do me the honor to be the first?
Of course, my dear, why shouldn't we? It is Christmas after all. Let's show these folks how to do it.
When I was young and much more elastical, I could trip and ride my fantastical. I could do things that girls thought gymnastical. I was the pride of the ball.
When we were wed, I was quite a bit shy, although I was consumed by a flaming desire. It wasn't much good.
But I was a triumph, made as the pride of the ball. Take the ball and spin when you're burning. Hold your hands and ready to marry. This is the season for love and romance. So take up your partner and teach them this dance.
Round the moon, is lovely.
Dance to the strains of heart and love. All that remains is the kiss on the cheek. We will be married for all of the week. We could dance a polka that's charming.
Oh, but yes, we'd find it alarming, for I need to diet.
And I need embalming, but we were the pride of the ball. When we did a diamond chipping and fizzing the ribbons would certainly be whipping them.
I got new knickers.
And she got a ribbon and we were the pride of the ball.
Take the floor and spin like a whirligig. Hold your hat, you're ready, you're ready. This is the season for love and romance. So take up your partner and teach them this dance. Round the room, the feeling is lovely. Dance to the strains of progeny, progeny. All that remains is a kiss on the cheek, and we will be married for all of the week.
Christmas time should make us all merry, though I have found out round us a merry.
Like the dancing?
Merry, but that's not surprising at all.
Can you find a couple that's coming around the floor? Some folks are lonely and
They're like a bubble.
I'm like a collier.
they are the pride of the ball. Pretending in
But they all be that pride.
the pride of the ball.
Well, you're getting that old Fezziwig's little shot, girl.
Who?
Come, Ebenezer, you've not looked at anyone else all night.
Bill!
The boy's in love, gentlemen.
Nonsense. Love? What is love but an idea thought about poets?
Jacob, Molly, don't be such a stick in the mud. Where's your heart?
I have no time for such trivial matters, and neither has Ebenezer. We'll soon have saved up enough to start up on our own.
Your own business.
And why not? There's a whole world out there, and we will make the most of the opportunities it brings.
Well, here's your opportunity, Ebenezer. Take it while you may.
Come, my boys. It's time for love and romance. There's many young flowers in this hall tonight waiting for their chance in the sun. Take your partner by the hand and lead her to the dance floor. Ebenezer, isn't there someone you'd like to ask to dance?
Dance? No, I can't.
Oh, certainly you can. Come, you've made it no secret this night. There's someone who'll be welcoming your job.
Ask, go on and ask.
Might I, would you like to,
Ebenezer, I would speak with you.
I should, I must. Thank you. Belle.
Ebenezer.
Nothing but a childish affectation. What is love but something thought of by poets?
Those are not your words, but another's. Once your mind was not clouded with earthly matter.
Earthly matters? What else is there but earthly matters?
Much, Ebenezer, much. But quick, my time is short. The years fly swiftly on the wind.
I've reviewed our finances, Ebenezer. We have enough to put a down payment on the premises we looked at. It is time we grew our enterprise.
A larger establishment, Marley.
Of course, business is brisk. We're going to be rich men, Ebenezer.
Ebenezer, I would speak with you.
I have business to attend to, Belle. Might we speak on this later?
The time has come. I cannot wait any longer.
No, Spirit, I cannot, not this. Greed has changed you. You have caused these things, you cannot change them. You wear the mask of profit and greed.
Why do you say this now? I have not changed.
Another has taken my place, Ebenezer. A love stronger than you have shown me in a long time. The love of money.
I do all for us, Belle. The world is a heartless place, and there is nothing that hits as hard as poverty.
You fear the world too much.
I know the world.
And I know your heart. It has changed. You once said you admired Mr. Fezziwig for his generosity and kindness, and that you would be like him. Tell me, do your clerks think the same of you?
Fezziwig was a fool.
He was twice the man you are.
I have not changed towards you, am I?
You think not? I have watched your ideals follow me one by one. We were once content to be poor. We had each other. You were a different man then.
Oh, I was a boy.
My heart has not changed, Ebenezer, but yours has grown cold. Miss Green, you gave this to me when you were the Ebenezer I knew. That man is long since gone. Tell me, 2 years ago you asked this poor girl to marry you. Would you do so now? A poor girl without a penny to her family? I think not.
Belle.
I love you, Ebenezer. But love is not enough. It cannot be measured in shillings, pounds, and pence. Therefore, I release you from your promise.
Stop her, man. She's leaving you. Look at her.
Have
Look
I ever
what you
sought
lose.
release?
Words no, but in everything else. Now you are free. Free to do as you wish. I will soon become but an unprofitable dream you once had, and time will dull all.
No, Spirit. No, no.
Will you be happy with the life you have chosen?
Stop her, man. Don't let her slip through your fingers. She can't. She can't. Oh, you fool. Remember when summer was new. Remember a sky filled with blue. Remember the places we knew in our youth. Remember the love in her eyes. Remember when she was the prize. Remember there was no disguising the truth. She was my all, my everything. Nature used all of her art. She took away what the clouds would bring. She was the sun in my heart. Seasons would fly like birds on the wing. She made the golden leaves gleam. She was my all, my everything. She made the world like a dream.
Forget her, I'll learn to forget. Forget her, the sun will still set. Forget her, it's better to let her just go. Forget her, let time take its toll. Forget her, my heart and my soul. Forget her, though she made me whole, this I know. She was my all, my everything. Nature used all of her art. She took away what the clouds would bring. She was the sun in my heart. Seasons would fly like the birds on wing. She made the golden leaves gleam. She was my all, my everything. She made the world like a dream.
Remember when summer was new.
I'll learn to forget.
Remember sky built to
Forget her, the sun will still
Remember the places we
Forget
knew
her,
in our youth.
let her just go.
Remember the love in her
Forget her,
eyes.
time, take its
Remember
toll.
when she was the
Forget her, my
prize.
heart and my
Remember
soul.
there was no
Forget
disguise.
her, though she made me whole, this I know.
She was my all, my everything.
Nature used all of her art.
She took away what the clouds would bring. She was the sun in my heart. Winter was cold when she walked away. I see the wind to be sure. Bitter the cold growing every day. Frost pierced my heart to the core.
Forget her, let time take its toll.
Remember, remember, remember. Enough, spirit. Why do you torment me so?
I torment you?
Remove me from this place. I cannot bear it.
I told you, these were shadows of things that have been. They are what they are. Do not blame me.
Remove me. I cannot bear it. Remove me. I cannot bear it. One. Two. The hour and nothing else. Scrooge! Scrooge! Scrooge!
Come, little man, know me better. Come closer so I can see the makings of a man. I see we have much work to do. Such a sorry-looking creature I never did see.
Who are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. You've never seen the likes of me before, have you?
If I'd seen it, I would have remembered it. It's not a thing one would forget.
Yet my brothers have visited this planet many, many times.
Brothers?
Yes, one for every year. Over 1,800 of them.
What a monstrous family to provide for.
And yet we still rejoice.
Bah, more fool you.
Oh, fool am I. You know so little. The whole world is celebrating tonight, and you're the only one who does not. You go about with your eyes cast to the ground. Look up, little man, look up.
I have no reason to be joyous.
And they have? A man may not have nothing but the shirt on his back, but he can make it a paradise by the way he lives. It's called life, Ebenezer. Life. Take a chance at living, for the time you have is brief. Use it, it's the only life you've got. Time goes ever onward and the way that you exist. I
blindfolds ever offered. What will we give way? What have we to live for if it isn't for today? Drinking. Don't we make we live and this is drinking it. Take a drop of Merry Christmas, lift them up and feel the spirits from the bottoms of your heart. Make grudges and enemies and the seven things apart. Like up that heart and drink it in, drink it in, drink it in.
That's all very good and well, Spirit, but I thought you were here to teach me something.
I can only teach when the student is ready to learn. Are you ready, Ebenezer Scrooge?
I'm as ready as I will ever be. Lead me where you will.
Then rise up, little man. Rise up.
Drink it. Don't be slight to rise above and drink it. And I know that you will not when you may be old and thinking that your mind will not allow. Flying high above this planet, see the world as it is now.
Open up that heart and be a better man somehow. Drink it in, drink it in. Look, Ebenezer, look forward to a world you have never experienced before.
There is something about it, Spirit.
Something you have never experienced, man, in all your years. It's called life, Ebenezer. It's called life.
Drink it.
Drink it in. It's a cold celebration. Drink it in. Every sound that means sensation.
The Christmas thought is thrilling everybody to the core.
Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in.
Evening, Charlie. Looking forward to a bit of a knees up tomorrow. What do you think? The wasp mother's coming in. Well, it is time for a bit of rocking pies. That's the trouble. She ain't human. Well, I've been married to my girl for 7 years now, and nothing attachment for my mother-in-law. Yes, if it's ever allowed.
Drink it in. Tis the season you should save a drink it in. Take a sup, enjoy the flavor, making merry, though your days be full of worry, woe, and strife.
Take me troubles, take the wine.
Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in. Ding dong, sing a Christmas carol. Ding dong, sing it clear. Ding dong, open up the barrel, raise toast for Christmas cheer. Drink it in. Find a different man within you, drink it in. And I know that you'll begin to taste the sweetness that is settled, just the bitter and the sour. Feel the light that now surrounds you, growing brighter by the hour. Feeling generous and hearty, it's completely in your power.
Drink it in, the plowing of the bread.
Drink it in, drink it in.
The better life you live.
Drink it in, drink it in.
Be a better man you can.
Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in.
Throughout the night, far above the rooftops of London, the Spirit led Scrooge. And as they flew back on the wind, Scrooge was able to observe the festivities of the people below. Everywhere they went, the Spirit sprinkled joy amongst his fellow men. From the grandest of gentlemen to the lowly lamplighters, every one of them joyous in the prospects of another Christmas day.
Spirit, your presence seems to bring joy to all around.
Warmth can be felt by those who seek it, and I have enough to give. There are more this time of the year who need it more than others, and I try to give what I can.
Why do we stop here, Spirit? I have no business here.
You think not?
I know it. What is there for me here?
Look, little man, it'll all become clear.
Is it done yet, Mother? Is it done? Is it done? Is that all we have to hear this Christmas Day? We can't rush a pudding.
We shall have the best Christmas this side of Canada.
Oh, that we shall, Belinda, that we shall. Who is keeping your precious father then? Any brother Tiny Tim?
What about Martha, Mama?
Yes, your dear sister Martha went out over an hour ago.
Here's Martha, Mother.
Oh, baby, heavens for that. Just in the nick time. Bless Martha, what a late you are. Sit you down by the fire, little girl. Lord bless you.
There's such a goose, Martha.
Father says it's almost as big as me.
Father's coming.
Bob Cratchit? This is his home, his family?
It is.
Here we are, Tim, home at last. What a morning, what a beautiful morning. Merry Christmas, my love.
Merry Christmas. Well, Thomas, look at you. I want you clean as nature for Christmas Day. I'll wash us. All of you wash us. Well, how did Tiny Tim behave at church?
Ah, good as gold. He gets so thoughtful sitting there by himself. And he thinks the strangest things you ever heard. On the way home today, he said he hoped that people saw him and remembered just who it was that made the lame beggars to walk and the blind men to see. And he does look much better now, doesn't he, dear?
Yes, he does.
Oh, thank you, Mother. Can we see the goose, Mother?
I was saving it just for you, Tim. Here it comes.
This is it? Their finest goose? Why, it's not worth the cooking.
Watch, little man.
Well, this is the finest feast I ever did see. We can make our little Christmas as grand as any king or queen.
They had so little, and yet they rejoice.
They have evidently more than you observe, little man. They have each other.
There is something in what you say, Spirit.
There are millions like this man and his family in this world, but you have never seen it. You go about with your eyes cast to the ground. Look, little man.
Mr. Scrooge, I give you Mr. Scrooge, the founder of our feast.
Found out the feast indeed. If I hadn't heard given a piece of my mind for the feast upon, I could have a good appetite for it.
My dear, children, Christmas Day.
It would have to be Christmas Day to drink to the health of such a mean old skinflint as Mr. Scrooge. You know he is, Robert. Nobody knows it better than you do.
My dear, Christmas Day.
I'll drink his health for your sake, not for his. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I'm sure he'll be very merry and very happy indeed. I have no doubt of it.
Then a Merry Christmas to us all. God bless us.
God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
Well, now that was the best Christmas ever.
You say that every year, Father.
Oh, it gets better year by year.
You say that too, my dear.
Oh my, how Christmas time flies. You must all be very tired.
No, yes, Father.
No, not tired. Well then, what say we help your mother? Tidy up and wash the dishes. What say you?
I'm very tired, Father.
Oh, so am I.
Right, then let's come and say good night.
Good night, Father.
And say your prayers, my dears.
Blessed John, as you
Tell me, Spirit, will Tiny Tim live?
I see a vacant chair in the corner by the fireplace, and a crutch, well preserved, about its owner. If these shadows are not altered by the future, the child will surely die.
No, kind spirit, Satan will be spared.
He should die, then so be it, and reduce the surplus population.
Spirit.
Surplus. What is surplus? Who are you to say which man shall live and which shall die? It may be that in the sight of heaven you are less worthy and less fit to live than this poor man's child.
I didn't mean...
But they were your words, Ebenezer Scrooge, and yours alone, and you're responsible for them. You know this place.
It's not a place I recall, but I recognize my nephew. This must be his home, and this is life.
Another splendid evening.
Well, we do our best, don't we, my dear?
Now, will your Uncle Scrooge be joining us?
Uncle Scrooge, here. Oh, you obviously don't know my Uncle Scrooge, do you?
You must be the only one, friend. He's legendary. Rich as Croesus, and not a generous bone in his body.
I don't like that woman.
He said that Christmas was a humbug, as I live, and he believed it too.
What shame for him, friend?
Oh, he's a comical old fellow, that's the truth, and not as pleasant as he might be. But he's his own worst enemy, so I'll have nothing to say against him.
And he must be awful to his clerk. Oh. So you always tell me so.
Oh, good old Bob Cratchit. He is positively frightful to him.
I think I look after him handsomely.
The poor man is on a pittance, I'm sure.
And with all your uncle's wealth.
It's of no use to him. He don't do any good with it.
Well, I have no patience with him.
Oh, I do. I am sorry for him, and I couldn't be angry with him if I tried. Who suffers from his ill whims? Himself, always. Now here, he takes it into his head to dislike us, to not come dine with us. And what's the consequence? He loses a glorious Christmas dinner.
Come, it's time for us to go.
What say you all to a game?
Oh, wait.
Yes?
Let's stay for the game, Spirit. Just one game.
As you wish.
Animal, a vegetable, or mineral. Now, I shall think of a thing, and you all shall try and guess what. Now, I can only answer yes or no questions, mind you.
Well, let me go first before someone else thinks of my question. Now, are you an animal, vegetable, or mineral?
That is not a yes or no answer.
Come, friend, don't be such a stickler.
All right, all right. Am I an animal, a vegetable, or a mineral? Oh, I am definitely an animal.
Are you a savage animal?
Indeed, fearsomely unpleasant.
Isn't the unpleasant animal? What could it be?
It's a cat.
A cat? Well, I think they're unpleasant.
Does it talk?
Sometimes it talks, and sometimes it grunts.
A cat?
Since when does a parrot grunt?
A pig?
It growls too, you know.
It's a bear. That's what it is. A bear. I've got my shirt on. Does it live in London?
Oh, it does indeed.
I'm sure I have absolutely no idea whatsoever.
A fearsomely unpleasant creature that sometimes grunts and sometimes talks.
Yes.
It growls and it lives in London. Whatever could it be?
Does it live in a zoo?
No.
Wait. I have it.
Well, come, tell. Put us out of our misery. What is it?
I know what it is, Brett. A fearsome growling animal that lives in London.
Well, what is it then?
It's Uncle Scrooge.
Yes, it is.
I'm sure I don't find that the least bit funny.
But it's quite accurate,
Oh,
though.
well, the old fellow has given us much merriment, I am sure. And it would be ungrateful not to drink his health. Though ye rail at Christmas for eternity, I shall never stop trying to bring him the joy of the season. Uncle Scrooge.
Uncle Scrooge.
A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, wherever he may be. Come.
Thank you, and to your health too. Spirit, you grow weary. Rest a while.
I fade. My age is almost over.
Are spirits' lives so short?
My life ends tonight. It's but a brief moment.
But you bring light and goodness wherever you tread. How can you leave this world?
My light does not shine everywhere, Ebenezer Scrooge. Sometimes it is barred and bolted by ignorance. Listen, the cruelty of this world is huge. If you listen carefully enough, you can hear the hunger, the helplessness, the homeless.
Have they no refuge, no resource?
Are there no prisons, no workhouses?
Spirit, you mock me. What do you expect of me?
I expect nothing.
Please, speak comfort. Guide me.
Your heart should be your guide, Ebenezer Scrooge. Remember that first and foremost.
Wait. Your light grows dim. Don't leave me here in this darkness. Spirit, what am I to do? Spirit! Crowded now by shadows, plagued by might have been. Doesn't take a specter to expect a man repent his sin. Reality and reason, what has gone before? Should I block them from my mind or open up a brand new door? Lord knows who is watching with that damned infernal plan. Watching, wanting, hoping, as a guardian only can. Trusting I was asked the question, who the devil is that man? Who the devil is that man? I, that man who never sees the reckless stuff he wrought on sorry souls as these. I, that man whose heart was stone, who leave this world a broken man and all alone. I, that heartless solitary man, I, that man, plagued with regret about the time he could have changed the world, and yet, what is a man who watches blind, suffering of his fellow human? Why am I that devil who would call himself a man? It cannot be. Could I have been so blind? How? How can I change? Where would I start? Spirits of my nightmare, spirits come and go. How can I be certain of the truth in all they show? Dreams is always frightening, more than ghosts or ghouls. Other men take heed to dreams, but other men are fools. What is this that causes feeling burning in my head? What have I been shown this night that melts this heart of lead? How can I rush in where all the angels fear to tread? How can I? How can I? I, that
exactly perfect as I am. But then a man that doesn't fit will find his nearly nothing in the end. Why, that man who can't be free, shackled to this life I made for all eternity. Tell me true, am I that man I see? Damn! Tell me how to find out how the kind of man I am. Are you the spirit of the ghost of Christmas yet to come? You are about to show me the shadow of things that have not yet happened, but that will happen in the time before us. Is that right, spirit? Ghost of the future, I fear you more than any specter I have seen. But as fearful as I am, I know I am too old to change my ways. I cannot change. I can't. Lead on, Spectre. Lead on.
Devil of the days be ours.
Fetch it, better.
You heard the news?
Nothing but. How did he die?
Oh, I don't know. All I know is that he's dead.
What man do they speak of?
When did he die?
Last night, I believe. Is anyone going to the funeral?
Will there be food?
I doubt it. Since when did he do anything to benefit his fellow man?
What did he do with his money?
Oh, God knows. Probably had it stuffed in his coffin with him.
Whose funeral do they speak of?
Well,
What sort of man would be that way to not have a kind word said about him at his death?
well, I must be fair. I won't go to the funeral.
Well, I might attend, if only to give my new black gloves an ouchie.
Spectre, where do you want me to go?
Filthy night. Well, all this bother will be worth it if we get a few bob for Christmas. About time the old miser paid us our dues. Shame we had to go back and before we benefited by him. Well, it ain't a shame and you know it. The bloke was right bad.
I know these women, Mrs. Dilber and Mrs. Filch. They're in my employ. What are they doing in a place like this?
Well met, ladies, well met. And in such weather.
Get a move on, Joe. We ain't got all night.
Oh, there is always a place for niceties, Mrs. Dilber. There is always a place for gentility.
And there's always a place for Tommy Boots. Now let's get this done.
All right, have it your way. So, what have you got for old Joe, eh? Pretty trinkets, my lovelies, a bit of lace, any silver? Why don't we start with some gin to warm your bones this cold night, eh?
You won't wheel your way around us that way, Joe. We know the going price.
Oh, I know you do, Mrs. Dilber, that I do. You'll make a fortune someday, love. You've got a good eye for the fancy stuff. Top notch, I'll be betting.
Nothing but the best, Joe.
Well, I ain't gonna know what I'm willing to part with until I see the goods.
But we got a fine haul from the old scheme flea. Sitting on a pot of gold he was. Deserves all he bought.
Oh, speaking ill of the dead, Mrs. Filch, shame on you.
I ain't saying nothing I didn't say when he was alive. Not a soul had a good word about him then. What's the difference now?
Oh, and him, all alone in the world. What a wicked, wicked thing to say.
Pushed everyone from him, that he did. There won't be any love lost. God's fingers lost without one to care whether he lived or died. I didn't weep when he was alive, and I ain't gonna weep now.
Ladies, let us have some decorum. What have you got for me, Mrs. Filch?
I got a couple of silver spoons.
Oh, yes, nice. There's a little hole in this one, but nothing a couple stitches can't hide, eh?
Couple of nice boobs.
Oh, Paz?
Well, of course they're pairs. What's he gonna do with one? Hop?
I don't think he'll be hopping anywhere anytime soon. Or walking for that matter.
Maybe left him with never stitched to wear.
All right, Mrs. Dilber. Time to get yours.
He never made me rich when he was alive. Maybe the old goat can make a man's now and skip the bucket.
Well, we'll see, we'll see.
Here, grab a hold of this.
A woman after me own. Oh, Mrs. Dilber.
Bed curtains.
Now, you don't mean to tell me you took him down, rings and all, with him lying?
I did. They're the best money can buy.
Well, I'm sure they are, Mrs. Dilber, that I do. Except you didn't buy them, love. There have to be a bit of a discount there.
I got his blankets too.
Oh, you don't waste a minute. I hope you didn't die of anything ketchup. They're still warm.
The only bit of warmth he ever gave us. Let's go settle up, Jerry.
No, Spirit. No, say it isn't true.
And there's a pudding, Tim. And such a pudding. Just the way you like. Mother's making it as we speak. And you can see the spires of London through here. And hear the church bells. Oh, one more. You know, I feel you, Tim. That's strange, but I do feel you beside me, next to me, comforting me. I have to go now, Tim.
Spirit, what man did they talk of here? What creature gave so little to the world that no one could say a kind word about him? Spirit, are the shadows of things you're showing things that must be? Are they just the things that might be? I know that some things won't change unless the paths we choose are different. Are these the shadow of things that won't change? Tell me I can change them! No! Spirit! Tell me I'm not already dead! Tell me I'm not already dead! Spirit! Hear me! I'm not the man I was. I can change. Spirit, pity me. Give me the time to show you that I can be a better man. Oh, tell me I can sponge away the writing on this stone. Live a better life. Be a better man. Give me strength to know I'm ready to turn back the clock for the time that I have wasted in my blindness. Human kindness was a thing I never saw. Turn back the clock, forgive the man I was, and please turn back the clock and let my life be different from the life I live, and please forgive the life I led before. Life that's so very short, the life of mortal men. I'll learn my lessons I've been taught, begin my life again. The hands of time grow swift Ah, for the people who despise me, I will make amends. To all the friends I hope to grow to love, this has to be way for my salvation. I have got to see it's time for reclamation, and the moment when I'm born again, I'll find the courage solid as a rock. Day by day, let me learn, and I'll turn back the clock.
I will live a better life. I will be a better man. I will. I'm alive. I'm alive. There are my hands. Wonderful hands. 10 fingers. All there. I'm alive. Kind spirits, generous spirits, caring, loving spirits, delightful spirits. My eyes are open. I will keep Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all through the year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future, and the spirits of all three will strive within me. Old Marley, dear old Marley, I pledge this to you. I do it on my knees, old Jacob, on my knees. They're not torn down. They're not torn down, rings and all. They've not been sold. They're here. I'm here. I can change the things I've seen. I know I can. I will change them. There's where old Marley came in. And there's where the ghost of Christmas sat. It's all here. It's all true. It all happened. I don't know what day it is. I don't know how long I've been gone. I don't care. I'm as merry as a schoolboy and as light as a feather. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Oh, my dear Lord, I think you're having a funny time.
Dear ladies, what a beautiful morning and what a beautiful day. By the way, what day is it?
Why, it's Christmas Day, sir.
Then I haven't missed it.
Missed it?
The spirits have done it all in one night. Of course they can. They can do whatever they want. Benevolent spirits, clever spirits.
Are you all right, sir?
All right. I have never been better. Mrs. Dilbert, Mrs. Filch, something has happened. Something wonderful, something spectacular. I'm happy. I can truly say I'm happy.
Shall I fetch the doctor, sir?
Fetch my coat, I'm going out.
Like that, sir? You'll catch your death? What will the neighbors say?
They'll say, there goes a man who knows the true meaning of Christmas.
I'm fairly sure they won't.
Oh, well then they'll come to know it. So much to do, so little time. I've an unfamiliar feeling when this sets like Christmas really, and I haven't felt that feeling in a while. For it's spreading across my face, just a glimmer, just a trace. Smile, dear Lord, it truly is a smile. I can feel the muscles stretching, and it's really rather special. This happy
he's gone mad.
Oh,
Mad is mad. All this madness is just madness. He's gone mad. I say this big hero brother, he's completely off his rubber. He's no trouble for how he looks completely mad.
I could fill the air with laughter and happy ever after. Doing all the things I know I have to do. I have joy enough to share. I can barely dance on air. I'm ready to begin the world anew. I'm buried as a lark. I'll go skating in the park. Or perhaps I'll climb the very nearest tree. Heaven's all over, and I know
Am I really dreaming? He's been at the gin, he's steaming. Or maybe he's been stricken with the flu. Or he may just be doolally. Or he's never been so galley. But I like the man much better. I do too. It's a time of celebration.
change in Mr. Scrooge, and that change is very huge.
He's the happiest thing I've seen in all the town.
I will strive
We will strive
to keep Christmas in my heart where it will thrive. Pell-mell to northern feeling, I will spread this cheerful feeling, and they'll say, here comes the happiest man alive.
others here are chatting, they'll be all around and happy. They will smile and they will shout, and for there'll be no doubt about it. He's the cheeriest chap and he's the happiest man alive.
What a beautiful morning. Ah, the bells, the music. Merry Christmas,
I've done it. Whatever it is, I've done it.
Calm down, my fine fellow.
Oh, it's you again. I've been singing nowhere near you.
Would you like to earn a shilling, my little buck?
Of course I would.
Do you know that butcher shop one street over plus one?
The one on the corner?
The very same. Intelligent fellow, very clever. Do you know, have they sold that prize turkey that was hanging there?
The one as big as me?
What a delightful conversation this is. The very same.
It's hanging there now.
Well, then, go buy it.
Can't see nothing myself.
I'm in earnest, my boy. You tell that butcher I'll give him whatever it costs. Here's a shilling. And if you're back in 5 minutes with that turkey, I'll give you half a crown. Mr. Billiken!
You've given me an extra week, don't you forget, Mr. Scrooge.
An extra week, is it?
You did, Mr. Scrooge, on my honor. Just last night. I have an extra week to pay the cost of 1 shilling extra.
1 shilling. I think it's 2, Mr. Billiken.
Yes. Yes, of course it was. My business won't take much more, Mr. Scrooge. Don't say a change in the terms.
I am, Mr. Billiken. You will pay what is due on the 12th of never.
I can't. You what?
Your debt is canceled, Sam. Merry Christmas.
Cancelled? Are you quite all right, sir?
Ha! Never been better.
Well, blimey! Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge, and me welcome, I'm sure. I'm indebted to you, Mr. Scrooge.
Not anymore, Sam. Not anymore. And all of you, all debts are wiped clean. Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge wishes you all the joy of the season. Well, what's this? A turkey risen from the dead walks directly to the dinner table.
It's a whopper, isn't it?
It's as you say, young man, it's a whopper. And here's your half crown. Magnificent bird. What a grand bird. Won't Bob Cratchit be happy with you, my fine, plump darling? Gentlemen, a moment if you will. Good morning, sirs. Good morning.
Mr. Scrooge?
That is my name, but I fear that it does not give you joy to hear it. And given our last meeting, it should not. No, indeed, it should not. But if you'll pardon me, sir, I have a little business to do with you.
Business?
Yes. Those that are in need this time of year, I wish to offer my help. Something to the tune of...
Good Lord, Mr. Scrooge, that's quite generous. Are you quite serious?
If you please, not a farthing less. There are a great many back payments included in that, I'm sure. Will you give me the favor of accepting?
On behalf on the poor and needy, sir, we wholeheartedly accept.
Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Cratchit! Bob Cratchit!
Mr. Scrooge.
Why weren't you at work this morning?
You gave me the day off. You remember, so it's Christmas Day.
Step this way. I need to have a strong word with you. Now you listen here, my fine man. I will not stand for this any longer. I will not stand for it.
You look here, Mr. Scrooge.
No, you look here, Mrs. Cratchit. Listen, this is going to be so delicious.
I'll not stand for any more of this.
My dear.
No, I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. Now, listen here, Mr. High-Mighty Scrooge. My husband has slaved for you for years, without ever a thank you and on a pittance.
Well, then I think we should do something about that, shouldn't we? So, therefore, Bob, I am going to raise your salary.
And another thing. Raise his what?
Double it, in fact. Merry Christmas, Bob, and a merrier Christmas I've not given you in many a year. Oh, it's so good to give you this Merry Christmas, and I'd like to give your fine little family whatever it needs for this special day, starting with this.
Why, it's a butcher's prize turkey.
Wrong, my fine young man, it's your prize turkey.
Whatever shall you with our little goose?
Well, you could stuff it with this to begin with. And, Bob, we shall find the very best doctors for Tiny Town, shan't we? The best doctors that money can buy. We will make him well again. Just you wait and see.
Well, thank you, Mr. Scrooge. Thank you.
And you, my fine young man, what say you to the present of your choice? And all you children, come with me to pick something out.
Can we, Mother? Can we?
Tiny Tim, let's go find Christmas.
It's here already.
Well then, let's celebrate. You can show me how. Old Marley, dear old Marley, I pledge this to you. I will keep Christmas in my heart now and forever. Old Marley, dear old Marley.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more. He became as good a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as the good old city knew, or any other good old city, town, or borough in the good old world. And it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well. May that truly be said of all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed,